We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Adrian Hauser, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that throws two types of fastballs. A four-seamer, which is more of his true riding fastball that he'll throw up in the zone. And the two-seamer is the one that he'll sink to try to get ground balls. So even though the fastball is one pitch, he has two pitches that are different, even though they're both fastballs. A four-seamer up in the zone, two-seamer down in the zone to try to get the ground ball. This one's down to third. Reined in. And the throw to first is in time, one gone. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts? Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if Kyle Schwarber can keep it going. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force. First pitch on its way. Javier Baez comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, Matty, coming off last night's W, we had a chance to catch up with the manager. He just liked the way guys are playing. They're showing up to the yard ready to go. They're playing as a collective group. A lot of good things happening in this clubhouse.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with two strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
Bases are empty, one man out. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Swing and a miss as he went after the slider there, and that'll run the count full. Takes this, he got himself a base hit.
Batting third, the right fielder, Chris Bryant.
Ready now, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, the pitch. That tails back over, strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball two. The 2-1. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Back goes Garcia. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Chris Bryant plates a pair with a home run. First home run of the campaign for him as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
So the bases are clear now following the home run. And here comes the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. One and one, the count to the Cubs first baseman.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And it's fouled away.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
A little low. It's 2-2. Two balls and two strikes to Rizzo. Got him swing, and there are two gone.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a two-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. Bases are empty here with two men out. That's inside. 2-0. Schwarber, a 27-year-old who was selected in the first round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
3-0 pitch. Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. Kane will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Two for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this two-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Jose Quintana is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that misses ball one. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they lost last game only by 1 run. Those are the tough ones. But I'm sure they've looked at the film, made a few adjustments, and let's see if they can give a better effort today.
Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
2-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
And a full count to Cain. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball left side. There's Baez. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Hold on here, though. That was really a close play, so they're checking to see if they want to challenge that safe call. So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
All right, so here's one final look at it. Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. He was called safe and probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to change the call.
And we'll get our answer here as the headsets come off, and the runner is safe. So the ruling is confirmed, and they'll lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game. And this is low, ball one. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. Two batters, two base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
And here's Christian Yelich now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, he has 7 hits in 31 tries. A ball and a strike. Yelich is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
And another foul ball. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
So here's Avisail Garcia. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. And they're runners at the corners now. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Kipnis on to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Yeah, he just isn't that sharp on the mound right now. Had a rough start in the first inning, and now he's falling behind out of the gate here in the second. Some adjustments need to be made, and fast.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. King comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he lays off again, ball 3. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Now the 3-2 pitch. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
At the plate, David Bodie. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Fastball hit on the ground is short. Garcia gloves it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Cubs are down in order. They're up 2-0. Stepping in, Jed Jerko. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fouled off. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Here's Eric Sogard as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. Sogard, the native of Arizona. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Quintana has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
That turns out to be a good take on that front door breaking ball, but you have to wonder if that pitch buckled him at all. That was really close to clipping the inside corner.
On a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs too. That's excellent pitching.
At the plate now, Manny Pena swinging a ground ball to third, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with 1 out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Orlando Arcia stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. In the air down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Adrian Hauser.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Adrian Hauser. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here comes the first pitch. Jerko at second. Pena at first. 2 out in the inning. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was. Lorenzo Cain would be next. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Kipnis. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple. They're still down. It's 2-0. So here now is the pitcher, Jose Quintana, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Popped up. Jerko is over, and he puts it away for the first out.
The center fielder, number 5.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and in to bat next is Albert Almora. Fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a swing, and this ball is crushed straight away center field. And it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Here's Javier Baez, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Baez stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive, not being very aggressive right now.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 1 out, nobody on. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Step out of the box and wash that one off, because that was an ugly swing.
And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Chris Bryant now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. The 1-0. Line toward right center. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. We played 2.5. It's 3-0 Chicago. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Lorenzo Cain.
The center fielder, Lorenzo.
Now here's the pitch.
Count 1-0.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
The 1-1. This one softly hit and fouled off to the left, and that moves the count to 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground is short. Baez fields it cleanly, and there's one down now.
The batter, the third baseman, Brock Holt.
Striding in once again, Brock Holt, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
In is Christian Yelich. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
1-0.
In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Swings through it for strike number 2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
So here is Avisail Garcia. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. 2 out with the man at first. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. A bouncer up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Jed Jerko now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls for him here in the 3rd. 1-1 the count to the Brewers' first baseman. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. Lifted in the air out to right. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Brewers strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Thank you, Heidi.
The first baseman, Anthony.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And right into the shift. But a foul ball here. 0-1. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Now a flare out to left center. Arcia onto the grass, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. One and one to Schwarber.
1-1.
3 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Outside, 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone, 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
I like what he was trying to do there with the two-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. Looking up is Yelich. Gone! So it's a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the Cubs have now opened this up to a 5-0 lead. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's
Up next.
In now, Victor Caratini. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. That's wide, 2-0.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
2 balls and a strike now. And the 2-1. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Sogard is there on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Up next.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
The next Cub up, Jason Kipnis. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
3-0 now. Five runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Digging in now, David Bodie. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, I'll tell you, from where I'm sitting, it looks like he's starting to rush his delivery out there. Someone needs to remind him to stay back and let his arm get out front.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off of the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jose Quintana. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers nothing. Now at the plate, Eric Sogard. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Grounded back up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Standing in now, Manny Pena, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Arcia is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. Count even now at 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with one away now. Ben Gamble will be called on to pinch hit now, and he'll do it in a golden RBI spot as he's got 2 men in scoring position with only 1 gone in the inning. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. In now is Lorenzo Cain. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And a ball 1-0.
Big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Catch is made near the line. Here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. That makes it a 5-1 contest.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where he'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Ready once again, Brock Holt. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. In there, strike 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Brewers forced to settle for one. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers 1. Brent Suter is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Digging in, Albert Almora. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. This is hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Garcia at the track. Gone! A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. And that brings up Javi Baez. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kane is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher. And clearly he was off his game this evening.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Chris Bryant is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And the pitch.
Ball that's outside.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball. Swing and a high chopper. Throw not nearly in time, so despite the great effort, that'll go into the books as an infield single.
Number 44.
You know, D-Row, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
So now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber lifted the other way down the left field line. Garcia has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Brewers 1. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready for another shot now, Christian Yelich. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. 1-2 for Christian Yelich. And the pitch. And there's a base hit on the line.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Stepping in now, Avisail Garcia. Line to the right side, and that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, if they're going to crack Drew, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
No balls and a strike to count. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to...
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. The runner scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. That makes it a 6-2 game.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit...
And a surprising intentional walk here from the dugout as that will now load the bases. He's ready. Here's the first offering. 0-1.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
1-2 now. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And no one will track it down. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Line to the right side. But a foul ball. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is Almora, and he makes the catch for the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The pitcher, number 35.
Ryan Braun will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Braun begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line, a swing, and a shot hit down the corner. And no one will track it down. Braun, a California-born ball player. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
Oh, and he misses it. Jerko rounds third and is digging for the plate. He comes across to score as they now trail by only 2.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now of this team. They're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Lorenzo Cain. And with 2 men on here, I'm rather surprised they're sticking with him at this point. I feel like we can all see the exhaustion from all the way up here.
Yeah, I think it's time to go get him, Matt. We're seeing a guy that's given all that he has, and I just don't see any sharpness left in his stuff at this point.
Well, the bullpen is active, so we'll see if they make the move soon. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit in the air out to left. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits here, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 6 and the Brewers 4. J.P. Fireisen